Success Insight shares the stories of the people with passion and drive who make things happen in the world. Here's your host, Howard Fox.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Success Insight podcast. Our guest today is Andrée Martin. We have had Andrée on for many episodes, and you know why? Because we have this special program that we have been producing for you, our listeners, called Mindset Monday. So just who is Andrée Martin? Well, she's your leadership, mindset, and golf performance coach. Andrée is an LPGA Class A Life member, a nationally recognized top 50 golf teacher and expert, and a member of the Maine Golf Hall of Fame, recognizing golf's value as a business tool in today's competitive marketplace. Andrée works with individuals, groups, corporate and organizational clients to create educational and team-building programs that enhance the professional success of aspiring executives. Andrée, welcome to the Success Insight podcast.
Thanks, Howard. It's always good to be with you, and I'm excited about our next episode.
Fantastic. And I do want to, I think congratulations are necessary for both of us. You moved... I think we crisscrossed on one of those interstates. You went from...
indeed.
Yeah, you went to Maine, and now I am recording from Las Vegas. And so it's lots going on with us. And I hear some birds chirping in the background. So I have a feeling you're in a little more wild surroundings than I am. But we'll just consider those birds a feature of this episode. So what's going on? What would you like to chat about today?
Well, the birds are perfect because the theme of today is Carpe Diem. And for those of you out there that actually saw that incredible film years ago, Carpe Diem means seize the day. And I want to add to that, how great would you play if you thought and acted as if it were impossible to fail? How different would that round be? How different would your presentation and business be? How different would your presence of being be in performing on a day-to-day basis? I can certainly speak to that today because I had lots of challenges preparing for this with computer issues, Wi-Fi issues, and everything else. And I was determined, by golly, to deliver a message to each of you out there and work with my friend Howard.
You know, I can appreciate that because, you know, having just completed this move, it's really funny is, you know, this opportunity to come to Las Vegas began in February. Now, all of a sudden, I have a project that I'm going to be working on, which puts me in a position of having to move. I now have to sell my house. I have to move cross country, find a place to live. And I just kept chalking up, here's these little obstacles I have to overcome. And as you said, by golly, I did. In fact, I'm hoping one of the last...
We did it!
Yeah, good for us.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the next obstacle on your path. I've got one more, though it's a good obstacle. But I think if you're a professional, and again, that's a different mindset versus the Sunday golfer or the weekend golfer. And even for the business owner, how do we stay in that frame of mind where, you know, whatever happens, happens, I'm going to seize the day?
Absolutely. And in these times, which is part of why I'm across the country, taking care of family and making sure family needs are taken care of, that's created a heightened awareness. But at the same time, we still have businesses to run. And being in the golf business, it doesn't matter what business it is. Let's take your business, the listener out there. How can you maintain that champion mindset, that going for the gold and not settling for silver that we talk about every single week, and have that mindset that no matter what, I'm going to create something special, or no matter if I have a blow-up hole on the golf course or not, I'm going to get back in the game and I'm not going to let it get the best of me. We could easily go the other route, couldn't we? We could say failure, oh God, I suck today, or I'm not going to make it today, or how am I going to shift this and get it back quicker than I've ever done before? That's my game.
I have to share this because I'm never going to forget this, is how powerful what we say or what we think about is what we bring about. I remember I was working in the IT field. So I'm a recovering IT business consultant, in case anybody cares to know that.
And a very good one, I might add.
Thank you. And I'm sitting in with a client in the office, and I'm just working at my PC, doing whatever it was I'm supposed to be doing, probably some user acceptance testing. And one of our clients she was the IT head of the project that I was on, and she kind of came into the office and she was doing some work. And I'm just kind of typing away, doing my work. And I'm going, Howard, you are such an idiot. Because I had done something that I knew was not what I should have done. I should have done door number 1. I did door number 2. And I knew it. And I went back and did it. And I remember like crystal clear, like it happened like a minute ago. She goes, Howard, you say that a lot. And I just have never forgotten that. And it's because it's powerful if we let our circumstance own how we show up. And if we talk about it, if we give it more power than it should be given, that takes ownership of who we are and what we're doing.
And it brings to mind a saying that many of us have probably heard, and it doesn't always hit home. We are what we think about. Where your mind goes, focus flows. So which fork in the road do you want to take? The negative or the positive? The one that flows and really works towards success, or spiraling and allowing yourself to spiral into this hole of despair? It just gets you more despair, right? And it brings me to another statement that I absolutely have used a lot in business over the years, and that is, what you profoundly believe and conceive, you can achieve, or you can accomplish.
Those powerful words. So how does the professional golfer, the elite of the elite, or how do you coach your client so that when he or she is stepping onto the course to seize the day, how do you get them into the frame of mind to do just that? What do they need to do?
Well, I don't remember which golf professional it was, but I was having a conversation with another colleague who is working with one of the top 10 players at the time. That question was posed to this player, and he said, you just got to roll it off. Next. I think it was a conversation with Peter that Chuck Hogan had with Peter Jacobson. It was so powerful, and it was just said so easily and so comfortably, because it's exactly how we performed on a day-to-day basis. It's like, okay, so I messed up. Next. Because what's done is done. There's nothing more you can do about it.
But how do we coach, shift, train someone to do that? Because it's hard. It's hard to do that.
Yeah. So you stop yourself in your tracks. This takes me to what I call the think box, go box. So from behind the ball in the preparation places where we do essentially our brain dump, you just, any of the negative thoughts, the rat brain thoughts, however you want to call it, the negatives that are just flying around your head, making you mad. I feel comfortable saying pissing you off, because that happens in golf. And you just physically, visually, cathartically dump it through your feet into the ground, dump it through your fingers into the ground, and bury it. And even all these technical thoughts, where does my backswing go? Where do my hands go? How do I need to rotate? Blah, 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 blah. When you're on the golf course, there's no room for that. It takes 3 seconds to hit a golf ball. How much time have you got to think in 3 seconds? So a professional is so fast at shifting at that. It may take an amateur a little bit longer, but if you take the time, even in your practice, to focus on that preparation and going through the pre-shot routine for the golf course, you're going to transfer that. And I believe we had another episode where we talked about transfer, and I probably need to bring up another more elaborate conversation around that, because it's huge. I get so many people saying, well, I'm great on the range, and then I go out on the course and I stink. It's like a speaker saying, oh, I'm great rehearsing, and then I go out and deliver and I fail. It's a choice. You got to catch yourself in the moment. And in this think box, go box, it's like, okay, I've prepared, I've practiced with purpose. I know I can do this. So see how we're changing our focus all of a sudden? I can do this. And then you see it, you feel it, and then you step over the think box into the go box and absolutely deliver it, being 100% engaged with the target.
Does that activity, the think box, go box, does it happen at the onset of the round, or is it happening repeatedly throughout the round?
repeatedly before every single shot. It's a routine. It's like getting up in the morning. You have the same routine so you don't forget something when you're getting ready for work. You just go through check, check, check. Even the details of grip stance, posture, balance, the GPA plus B, which is so fundamentally solid. But then any of the other thoughts, and if you've just carried over and had a really bad hole, your tension is heightened and you've just got to dump all that. What's done is done. There's nothing more you can do about it. Okay, my computer Wi-Fi crapped out. I can't do anything more about it other than focus on getting it fixed. Next, you lost your document in the computer. Oh, God, all that work. You could wallow in all that work I put in. It was such a great piece, but you messed up. Okay, recover, build it better. Maybe that next document's going to be better than the one that you dumped. Maybe there's a reason it was dumped. We don't know. And in a round of golf, a hole is done when it's done. So now all you can do is make the best of it and move forward.
So it comes down to constant practice, preparation, practice, evaluation, practice, and execute. If it doesn't go well, or it goes well, could be one or the other, evaluate what could I have done differently to improve it the next time.
And there's also an element of, okay, when I do it well, how do I do it well? What was different here? In the case of golf, what I often state to my students is, okay, how relaxed are you when you hit it well? I know on a blow-up hole, you're not relaxed. Your tension is soaring. So now you just got to settle back down again. And that's where we bury the tension in the ground. Next, tempo. When we get tight, we get fast, it shuts down the big muscles, hands take over. Okay, great. Awareness is the first step to success. Shift gears, focus on how you do it well, and keep repeating it until it really happens again. And make it a game to get it back sooner than you did it the last time. And make it fun. When it's fun, we're more relaxed, tension goes away. We got to remember it's a game you play in golf. Yes, work is work. But the more amusement that's in anything that we do, the more empowered and creative we get, and we come up with better ideas to create that additional success that's needed to move forward.
And I can see the enjoyment. The more we can enjoy what we do, the more we can communicate that enjoyment to others, the folks that are supporting us, because they report to us. Maybe they are our peers. Maybe they're even our leaders. But we can, at all times, project that enjoyment. Come in with a smile. Know that you've prepared. Don't go in with a closed mindset, but come in with an open mindset of, I'm going to relish this moment and this opportunity and make the best out of it. And I think that's a wonderful way to describe this idea around Carpe Diem. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
All right, folks, we have just been chatting with Andrée Martin, your leadership mindset and golf performance coach. And we have just been chatting about Carpe Diem. And what a fantastic conversation today. As she and I have been crossing paths around this great country of ours. We have each had a few challenges along the way from the technology side of the house and being able to produce this podcast for you. But here we are today. It's a beautiful Saturday, and one in Maine and one in Las Vegas, though. I think mine is going to be about 113 degrees today. Oh, my God. But this idea of, preparation and creating something special and not letting our words, especially those negative words or words of uncertainty, take ownership of us. And so very powerful. So go out there, folks, and seize the day. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family and do good things. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, we want you to have a phenomenal day. We also want you to go out and visit Andrée on her website. And in the spirit of seizing the day, I would typically ask Andrée, where's the best place for folks to go if they want to learn more about you and your work? But since this is the close, I'm just going to say, hey, go visit Andrée at andreegolf.com. You can visit Andrée on LinkedIn, Andrée Golf on LinkedIn, as well as on her Facebook pages. And we're most definitely going to provide links in our show notes back to those sites so you can connect with and get to know Andrée. So once again, folks, go out there, have a phenomenal day, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Success Insight Podcast. Take care now.
Success Insight is a production of Fox Coaching and First Story Strategies. Find us online, successinsightpodcast.com.